Welcome and thank you for listening to this Paragon Edge audio blog. At the start of 2025, we shared our 2025 Trends in Payment Testing report, outlining what we believed would shape the year ahead, from surging digital transactions and automation to cloud adoption, compliance pressure, and the growing role of AI. 12 months later, and it's time to check the receipts. Some of our predictions landed exactly as we expected. Others surprised even us, and a few proved that the payments industry has a habit of zigging just when you think it will zag. This blog is our year-end rewind, a candid look at what we got right, where reality outpaced expectations, and where the industry threw us a curveball. More importantly, it shows how smarter, more strategic testing quietly became one of the biggest competitive advantages of 2025, helping payment organizations adapt, scale, and stay resilient in a year defined by rapid change. Think of it as our 2025 Wrapped, but instead of playlists, we offer some additional payment insight. Most 2025 payment testing predictions proved directionally right, but reality moved faster than expected. Digital transaction growth intensified pressure on speed, scale, and system resilience. Self-service testing platforms delivered more agility than anticipated. Test data quality emerged as a strategic business differentiator. Cloud-based testing has become nearly the norm, although legacy environments still persist. Regulatory change remained unpredictable, reinforcing the need for corporate agility. Testing-first cultures outperformed XXXX tool-first approaches. At the start of the year, we predicted that digital payment volumes would continue to surge, and our insights confirm this trend. In 2025, digital wallets, contactless payments, and instant transaction processing became even more dominant, raising the bar for speed, accuracy, and resilience in payment platforms. Accordingly, testing strategies that focus on automation and scalability win the day when it comes to handling unpredictable, high-volume workloads. This aligns with our forecasts around demand for frictionless, secure digital experiences, essential in a world where consumers no longer tolerate processing errors or payment system downtime. While we expected automation to grow in 2025, the extent of self-service testing uptake was striking. We stated in our 2025 Trends report that self-serve platforms helped organizations streamline compliance and speed certification cycles, reducing reliance on external teams and shortening turnaround times. This was a theme we touched on early in the year, but our focus on real-time tester autonomy exceeded many industry predictions, proving that access to robust, responsive, and always available testing environments drives agility more than anticipated. One of the most eye-opening insights from our report is the impact of data quality on business outcomes. Poor data quality can destroy business value to the tune of millions annually, a reality many organizations underestimated earlier in the year. We expected data quality to matter, but few predicted companies would recognize test data management as a strategic priority for reducing fraud, maintaining regulatory compliance, and reducing operational risk. Cloud adoption has not just been a buzzword, it's reshaped testing operations throughout 2025. We highlighted that cloud-based environments enabled secure, scalable, globally accessible testing operations that manual and legacy approaches to testing simply cannot match. This largely aligned with our forecasts around cloud modernization, though the pace at which firms decommissioned outdated test environments did surprise many in the industry. In our early year predictions, we emphasized that evolving regulatory landscapes, including PCI DSS, PSD2 DORA, and other global directives, would push companies toward continuous testing. We emphasized this, pointing to increased complexity and scrutiny that made robust, traceable testing essential for compliance. Where our expectations were a bit conservative was in the proactive rollback and reinterpretation of some regulatory frameworks, forcing firms to not just anticipate change, but to adjust mid-cycle rapidly. At the start of 2025, many predicted that AI would make testing smarter, and we shared that expectation. The findings highlighted AI's potential for predictive analysis, automated test generation, and earlier defect detection, even as widespread, fully mature AI-driven testing remained a work in progress. As a result, while AI's impact in 2025 fell short of some early hype, The foundations established this year should enable organizations to apply machine intelligence far more effectively in 2026. One area where our industry forecasts were too optimistic: the adoption of testing-centric cultures. The Paragon Trends document specifically highlights how and why organizations that treat testing as a strategic business priority, not just a quality gate, see meaningful gains in customer satisfaction, risk mitigation, and release velocity. This recognition of testing as a value engine rather than a necessary evil is one of the most important shifts of the year. As we close the books on 2025, it's clear that actual industry behavior has largely validated our earlier predictions, with added nuance. Digital-first consumer demand is causing organizations to reshape their approach to testing. Self-service capabilities and automation are no longer optional, they're expected. High-quality test data and cloud-based approaches are essential for operational resilience. Regulatory agility and AI augmentation will accelerate in 2026. In short, 2025 reminded the payments world that testing excellence is no longer a back-end concern. It's a frontline competitive advantage. Thank you for listening today.